Welcome back. And in this episode, we're going to talk to Halsin and see if we can't add him to our party and prepare to go reunite the spirit of the land and hopefully start breaking the shadow curse. And first thing we're going to do is head down to the end of camp to talk to Halsin.
Thaniel is resting, but it's no easy slumber. I discovered what's wrong with him. The shadows rendered him in two when they bore him away to the Shadowfell. Half of his essence remained here, amidst the curse. What stayed behind would have been the strongest part of him. But after all these years left in the darkness, corruption must have taken hold.
We'll see, can it be undone?
Perhaps. If we can find Thaniel's lost half and make him whole again. Only the missing half may not come willingly. The curse will have sunk its tendrils deep, twisting Thaniel's essence into something else.
So we're going to have option 4 already because we have already met Oliver and played hide and seek with him. So we'll talk about the Shadow Child.
And you saw this boy yourself. That can't be a coincidence, but we need to be sure. And I truly mean we, if you wish. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side.
We'll say all right.
This doesn't have to be your burden alone. Every moment counts, and I've asked much of you already without being at your side.
A little repetitive.
If you want me, I'm yours. Against the curse, against the absolute. Anything. Just say the word.
And we will say join me.
An unwieldy number. You must cut someone loose before I can join you.
And we'll part with Gale for now. He's spent a bunch of his spells.
I'm with you.
All right, so Halsin starts with no levels. So to take advantage of adding him, we're going to swap out Shadowheart for Astarion. We could also swap out Will.
With Halsin. Not for his wit or wisdom. He'll just make an excellent shield if we're attacked.
So we'll need him in the party.
I would, but you have so many friends already.
So, and we can have Shadowheart or Will. Doesn't really make a huge difference. We'll have him replace Shadowheart.
In that case, I'd be happy to tag along.
And the reason we want Astarion is that when we're leveling characters, our vendors replace their stuff, so that's an opportunity for us to clear them out. So, Shapeshifter's Boon Ring, Guidance Amulet, Dex Armor, Sleight of Hand Gloves, and we'll have Astarion get up, and we've been using the Tolkien Halfling reference for when we want to steal, so we'll come over, cast Guidance, and take a look. And he has a bunch of stuff because we just added Halsin to the party. We'll go ahead and click, and we'll take the Scroll of Disintegrate, Telekinesis, Dimension Door, Slow, Magic Missile, Animate Dead. There's 500 gold and some potions. Now, just to double check on our status, since we were buying a lot of bombs before, we have the opportunity to buy more bombs. We've got 119 and 24 smoke powder arrows, so we're doing okay on bombs. If we feel really strongly about it, we can go shopping for some more. I'm not going to do that this time, so we're just going to hang out and rob Volo. Okay, so we've done that, and let's level Halsin up. Now, this is the first druid that we've got in the party, but we're going to end up with more druids. It is a shame that they come so late in the game. They're absolutely fantastic as a class, and I really wish we would have had one in Act 1. We're not going to go with Circle of the Moon. This is the shape-shifting druid subclass, and that's what they're good at is becoming other things, and that's sort of their focus. I think a stronger character is the Circle of the Land Druid. They get more cantrips and more access to spells, and the wizard's arcane spell recovery feature. Right, so we got natural recovery, so we can replenish spell slots. Like most casters, spells are where it's at for them. We're going to take Produce Flame as our additional cantrip and hit accept. And we need to let the round finish so that Asterion is able to pick pockets again. And you see Volo is starting to react, but he hasn't moved yet. Hold monster, telekinesis, blindness, flight, blight, dark vision. We'll never use that. And 600 gold. Thanks. And we'll let the round go, and Volo's going to take off. And that means we can exit turn-based mode. And we'll just level up Halsin to level 3. So the Circle of the Land has these Circle of the Land spells, like so that you can pick different lands, and each one of these grants 2 spells. Oftentimes there'll be spells that the druid already gets. So the first one that we're interested in is getting access to Misty Step, and we can get that from Coast. We could also get it from Underdark. So the question is whether or not we would like Web or we would like Mirror Image. Mirror Image is a unique spell that we won't get easily elsewhere. Web we've got a whole bunch of scrolls of, and we could cast. Mirror Image we do have some scrolls as well, so it's really kind of up to you. I find that at the vendor we find more often web spells, and I don't really cast them very often because the webs will burn when you use fire, and lots of the early level opponents have access to fire. So we'll hit accept and exit out, and we will pull up Asterion, cast Guidance, and we'll seal all of the scrolls that he's got and his money. And we'll go back and level Halsin. So at level 4, we get another cantrip. We can pick Guidance or Resistance. Guidance is better in general. We get a feat for every character. Our first feat is always Alert to try to group up our initiative at the front of the line. And we'll hit Accept. And head back. We'll see if Volo is returned. Does not look like it. And here he comes. We can see the bag showing up on the map. He probably ran out of camp to go get more rent money for us. Dimension Door Confusion, Chain Lightning. And that's it. And we'll level Halsin again. We get another Circle of the Land here at level 5, so our options are Sleet Storm and Haste. We already get Sleet Storm. Haste is good. Sleet Storm and Call Lightning, Protection from Energy and Hypnotic Pattern, Call Lightning and Plant Growth, Daylight and Haste. Lightning Bolt is unique, and Flight is unique here, so it looks like that's going to be our best option, so we're going to take Mountain. So Lightning Bolt is a spell that we'd ordinarily not get. And we'll pop back to Asterion just in time for Volo to come back with more rent money. We're getting really lucky in pulling Scrolls of Global Invulnerability. It's a really, really good spell, and it's going to save us a bunch of time in later acts, in Act 3, shopping for those. You may not have that, and you may have to spend more time trying to get to the magic store to purchase. All right, so no choices here to make. We get a subclass feature where difficult terrain doesn't slow us down anymore. We get some new forms. Call out here is the Owlbear is a super, super, super strong shapeshift form that's available to all the druids. And in my opinion, the Owlbear is actually better than some of the forms that the Moon Druid gets. And Baldur's Gate 3 rewards specialization a little bit, so we're finding that our thiefy focused character is really adding a lot of value in non-combat. And we'll level up Halsin again. Level 7, we get another Circle of the Land. Our options are Greater Invisibility and Dominate Beast. Dominate Beast isn't very good. Blight and Grasping Vine. Stone Skin and Dominate Beast. Freedom of Movement and Polymorph. Minor Elemental and Grasping Vine. Blight and Wall of Fire. Freedom of Movement and Confusion. Or Conjure Minor Elemental and Ice Storm. We're going to take Freedom of Movement and Confusion. Those are both good spells. And we've got some more Asterion time. And we'll level Halsin to 8. Here we get to choose another feat, and I'm going to point out here that Tavern Brawler is probably the best secondary feat for a druid. This is going to use our strength modifier twice to damage when with arm attacks, which includes attacks from the druid forms outside of the elemental myrmidons that you would get as a moon druid. Those would not count. We can raise our constitution or our strength. We're going to raise our constitution so that if we take resilient constitution at level 12, that we get an additional hit point a level. And we'll exit out and have Asterion do some more thievery. And Asterion is powering a lot of the stuff that we do right through stealing this stuff. He's the guy that's allowing us to use lots of bombs. He's the guy that's allowing us to use lots of scrolls. And he caught us there on the last one. We don't really care about the money, so we're just going to level up Halsin one last time. And we got another Circle of the Land. Our options are Cone of Cold and Contagion. Cone of Cold's really, really good. Conjure Elemental and Greater Restoration. Wall of Stone and Insect Plague. Insect Plague is also really good. Mass Cure Wounds and Contagion. Greater Restoration and Insect Plague. Wall of Stone and Elemental. Insect Plague and Cloud Kill. And Contagion and Cloud Kill. So our strong options is Cone of Cold and Contagion or Insect Plague, right? So those are the ones we might be looking at. I'm going to go ahead and take Cone of Cold and Contagion. We've got some gear that enhances Cone of Cold, and Shadowheart will probably be the person that we're having cast Insect Plague. All right, and that's the last of our leveling of Halsin here. We'll come over and we'll rob Volo again. All right, and that's it. Come them out. We see what we get here from Volo. We got about 5,000 gold and another ton of scrolls, so we're doing all right. We'll grab all of that and send it to Alfira, along with the Shapeshifter's Boon Ring and the Guidance Amulet. You're our favorite halfling, Astarion. All right, so now we can do some gear for Halsin. And we may need to take a look at gear we've sent to other people, so we don't really need this engaging heart garb. We sent... Let's sort this by type here. So we've got some scrolls. We'll send those to Alfira. And we've got some equipment. We've got this sharpened Snare Curious. We'll replace his regular armor with that. We've got gloves that don't really do anything. He is proficient with shields, so we'll equip one. We can give him a weapon, and we'll give him the Staff of Arcane Blessing maybe, or we've got a scimitar. Druids are sort of scimitar wielders. Let's take a look at what gloves we've got. We've got some healing gloves. Those are pretty good. We'll have him wear those. And not really much good in the way of boots. I don't think, yeah, none of the rest of our characters are carrying really good boots. And I think most of this armor, yeah, is Mighty Cloth. Yeah, that's not going to help. Take a look at amulets. Black Tentacles might be interesting for him. Direct Attack might be interesting. Druids tend to get bunched up on, so this thing where we don't provoke opportunity attacks is a good one in case we need to get out. We don't want to spend very much time worrying about our armor class or stuff, because when we shapeshift, that's not going to be applicable. Although we probably won't be doing too much shape-shifting during this particular fight, because we want to make sure that he's available to talk to Thaniel when we're done. He does do elemental damage when he casts spells. And that's probably okay for now. For Helms, since Gale's wearing the fire hat, we'll put the hat for an additional difficulty class for his spells on. And that's good enough for now. We're going to take a look at the spells that he's got memorized. We'll just clear those out and talk about what's good for druids. Okay, so Conjure Elemental obviously is really good. We've been using that to great effect. Conjure Minor Elemental is really good. Conjure Woodland Being is a fantastic spell we haven't seen yet, and we'll bring one of those out for you to take a look at in the next video when we follow Thaniel. Ice Storm's not too bad. We have a limited number of those spells. We've got Daylight is really good. Sleet Storm is really good. Enhance Ability is great on any character that can hold it. Heat Metal is situationally useful. Moonbeam is always good. Spike Growth is super broken in Baldur's Gate 3. It's one of the best spells in the entire game, and it's a real shame that we don't get access to it until this point in the game if we're sticking with the original characters. Fog Cloud is good. Enhanced Sleep is good. And we can take Ice Knife if we are just looking for something to do for a round. And Create or Destroy Water is situationally good. So that's going to be our loadout. All right, so we've got our group to go to take down Thaniel, and we have got Alfira. We're going to take Will, and we're going to take Halsin. Gale would be another strong contender if we wanted to bring a different character. Also, Lizelle would be pretty good. She's got several attacks. And that is where we're going to leave off on this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.